You may remember me tweeting a few days ago that I'd started a Patreon. If you do follow me on Twitter, then you will have seen it, most likely, but if you don't, then yes, I have decided to start a Patreon. This is just one of those things I've been thinking about for a long time, and honestly, it's probably a bit of a weak point to do it, because it's not like I have a particularly big following, and usually when you have like a way bigger following, it makes sense to start one of these. I know like Dead End Hip Hop started one about a year ago, or maybe a bit longer now, and obviously they have a huge following, so their Patreon support is really high. But I just wanted to start this off because I'm currently at university, don't have a job, and money's just a bit tight. So I was just kind of hoping to get a little bit of support financially, because obviously YouTube doesn't really pay until you get the requirements of I think it's like what is it, so many thousand watch hours and so many subscribers. I haven't hit the watch hours thing yet. I think it's 4,000 watch hours. I'm on like 3,000 and something. Obviously this isn't all about the money though. It's just merely because I'm not really getting much financial support, so I was kind of just hoping to get a bit of extra cash to sort of keep me going. There's no obligation on this, of course, but if you're willing to support, that would be absolutely fantastic. Don't feel bad if you can't contribute or anything like that. You don't need to comment and be like, "Oh, sorry, man, I can't afford this" or anything like that. Don't worry. There's no obligation for this. There's no pressure. It's just essentially an idea that I'm presenting that you could get involved in. I've set up multiple different tiers that are like $1, $2, $3 costs, that kind of thing, with multiple different perks for each one, which I'm going to run down right now. And I will add to those perks as well as time goes on, if I think of any more interesting ideas, more exciting perks for you as the person who's purchasing. And if you do have any ideas on to improve my tiers, definitely let me know. I will easily add those in if I think that they're worthwhile, and if you think they're worthwhile too. Then on the $2 support, we've got album review requests, sorry. This is going to be something that I think I'll make, that you can, request one album review a week. And obviously if you're in that requirement, the $2 requirement, then I'll obviously make it a priority to review. Now, try and think outside the box. Obviously I'm going to review some of the well-known albums that come out. So don't bother requesting a review for like something as big as Chance the Rapper, because obviously I'm going to review something like that. So if you find something that's really obscure, then obviously that would be the best thing to request. Then the $3 support is A Decade Later. Now I actually don't do those often, as you probably have noticed, but for the sake of Patreon, I will definitely bring it back and do way more of them, because if you're in that tier again, you can get first dibs on what I do for like 2009 reviews and that kind of thing. Now the $5 one is lists. Again, don't really do many lists, but I'd absolutely bring it in for the sake of this Patreon, like maybe like top 10 songs by certain artists, or any other ideas that you've got. I do those underrated albums, overrated albums lists as well, so if you got ideas for them, that would be great. Maybe you could do like certain lists for decades, certain genre lists. If you have requests for that, you definitely get first dibs on those. Now we're getting to the big ones here. This is the $10 one. I don't think anyone will really contribute that much, but just for the sake of having it there, you can request worst to bests. If you want a worst to best list and you contribute that $10 a month, I will make that a priority and make a worst to best list. And with this one as well, you get everything else that are in the previous one. So you get the lists, you get the album review requests, you get the Decade Laters, that kind of stuff. Then there's the final one, the $15 one, which again, not really expecting really anything out of this one, but in case people are interested, you get classic review requests, and I'll send them to you instantly as well once they're ready, and you get them early before they're even on the channel. And also you can come on the podcast at any point as well. I don't do the podcast very often, but you can become a guest on the podcast and we can chat about music and chat all kinds of shit. And that's pretty much all of them. They're all on the Patreon page, so if I've missed any little details out, they're all there anyway that you can see. If there are any requests to change some things, I'll absolutely adapt them. If people have any great ideas that they feel need to be amended, I will do that. Thank you for watching. Again, it's just one of those things. It's not like, you feel bad for not doing it. It's not a big deal. I don't want to come across like I'm begging or anything like that, because I'm really not. I'm just kind of casually putting out there for anyone that might be interested, because I think people who create content on a regular basis, not even just me, but people that do it, do deserve something. And I do think there are a lot of underappreciated music, particularly music YouTubers at the moment, that just deserve way more growth than they've got, and plenty of other people out there as well that work really hard on content on YouTube, not even just the music side of things, just deserve that support. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I guess not really something to enjoy, I suppose, but if you did enjoy it, thank you for watching. Have a good day and goodbye.